Hello, friends, and welcome to Teach Up, where we train you to do well on the APA exam and to do it fast. Today, we will look at the limit as x approaches 0 of this function. It's a quotient. In the numerator, you have x times 5 to the x power, and in the denominator, we have 5 to the power x minus 1. As usual, we will see what happens when we evaluate the function at x equals 0. Well, we're going to get a 0 in the numerator. As we can see, there's a x there, so we're going to x times anything. If that x becomes a 0, that numerator is going to be 0. And the denominator is going to be 5 to the power 0, which is 1. 1 minus 1 is going to be a 0. So we do have that indeterminate form of 0 over 0, which allows us to use L'Hopital's rule. So here we're going to do this. We're going to say that this limit is going to be the same as the limit as x approaches 0 of the derivative of the numerator divided by the derivative of the denominator. Okay, like I usually usually I start with whatever's easier, but here let's just start from the top. We have a product there. That means we have to use the product rule. So the product rule tells us we take the derivative of the first function, that would be 1 here, multiplied by the second function, and then we're going to add the first function and we're going to multiply that by the derivative of the second function. So the derivative of 5 to the power x, we know we're going to have 5 to the power x there. And we need to remember to also multiply by that factor, the natural log of 5. We often don't see it if the base is e, because the natural log of e would be just a 1. But if the base is not e, that needs to be there. And the derivative of the bottom, again, is going to be 5 to the power x times the natural log of 5. Now we're going to go ahead and substitute the value of x equals 0 into this function and see what happens. Well, we're going to get 1 times 5 to the power 0 plus 0 times anything is going to be 0. So the numerator, that's all we're going to get from the numerator. And then in the denominator, we have 5 to the power 0 times the natural log of 5. And as you can see here, 5 to the power 0 is just 1. So the numerator becomes 1 over the natural log of 5. And our answer then is going to be B.